Divine timing is the belief that everything in life unfolds at the perfect time. So, even setbacks, delays, disappointments, they're all things that are happening just to align what is truly ours. When you trust that things may not happen exactly how you wanted to or how you expected to, but it's happening exactly how it's meant to, you begin to live your life in a state of surrender. You grow in patience, you grow in faith, and you trust that all things are working out for you. So the good, the bad, they're all working out for you to achieve your highest timeline, to walk in your true destiny of what's truly meant for you by divine right. What's yours will never miss you, and what misses you was never meant to be yours, or at least at this time. Hey y'all, welcome back to Spoken Like a True Goddess podcast, a space curated for goddesses worldwide. It's me, your host, Shekinah. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope everyone's feeling great and doing great. Today, we're going to talk about timing, divine timing, alignment, and things of that nature. So, I just had a birthday, and the months leading up to this particular birthday, I have been humbled by the concept of time, divine timing, things happening in a divine order, things happening when they're supposed to. Lately, things have been aligning for me in almost an overwhelming way. I'm a highly intuitive person, so sometimes I just have a deep knowing about things. Like I'll just know what's meant for me, or I just get this feeling and I'm like, okay, yeah, like I should do this or I shouldn't do that, or things of that nature. Or I'll meet someone and immediately I'll just know things that they're struggling with or things of that nature. When I get that deep knowing about something and it doesn't manifest quick enough for me, I start to doubt and I start to wonder if it was even for me. A few years ago, I felt like something was meant for me and it wasn't manifesting, it wasn't going the way that I believed it should, and it drove me absolutely crazy. I started doubting myself. I just could not understand why this wasn't working, like why I felt so strong about it and so sure about it, but it wasn't manifest or it wasn't looking that way in my natural world. And now that very same thing that I was crashing out over that wasn't making any sense, that I just could not let go, I could not find any rest or peace in it, is now started to reveal itself in a line for me with no effort at all. At that time, I was doing so much within my own power, within my own will to make it happen. Like, no, I felt that this is supposed to be mine. I felt it was supposed to happen like this. So I was trying to do so much to to make it happen. I would play it over in my head over and over again. And no matter what effort I put into it, nothing would come out of it. And now at this time, things are starting to reveal themselves and come together and come full circle where it's like, okay, I wasn't tripping. It just wasn't the timing right there. And that has truly humbled me because so many times I felt like, oh, this wasn't for me. I was just tripping. And then it made me lose trust in myself because I'm like, how can I feel so sure about something and be so wrong about it? So it made me start losing trust in myself for other situations. And I just went down this rabbit hole, of self doubt and things like that because it wasn't manifesting how I thought it should manifest. It wasn't manifesting quickly enough or in the way that I would have done it or I thought made the most sense. But now I'm starting to see I wasn't tripping at all. What I knew, what I felt was very much true. It just was not the right time for it. I wasn't ready for it. At that time, it was like I was running through a wall, like just kept hitting the wall. I was trying to bulldoze the wall. I was trying to climb over the wall. I was trying to do anything to make this happen, and it wouldn't budge. Nothing, it just wouldn't radio silence. It just would not budge. But now, with no effort at all, it's all unfolding. I was right all along, but it just wasn't the time to be revealed. It wasn't the time for me to receive. And that has truly humbled me, because sometimes we just think that we have all the answers and things of that nature, but we don't. And just because something is not working out the way that we believe it should work out, or whatever, or the timing that we think it should happen, or we want it so bad, we're trying to do everything to manipulate the situation to make it happen sooner, quicker, faster, and it just doesn't happen. And we're just driving ourselves crazy about it. And I'm extremely humbled by this, because no matter how in control we feel that we are of our lives, our situations, of our desires, and things that we want so badly, we're not. Nothing moves until it's time for it to move. Nothing happens until it's the perfect time for it to happen. So, no matter how clever I think I am, or how much of a powerful manifester I think I am, if the timing wasn't right, it wasn't going to happen. And that's humbling to me, because in our lives we feel like we have so much say, so much control of things that goes on, but that's not necessarily true. When things are working out for us, or God does tell us that, okay, this is for you, or we get a glimpse of our destiny and things don't happen immediately, there are a lot of moving pieces. And I remember the guru Benny said one time, and this really stuck with me, and it's that the universe, or God, he's not against you, but he's just for everybody. So when we're expecting things to work out for us, there are other moving parts, there are other moving pieces, and things have to be balanced. So it can't be exactly when you want it, exactly how you want it, because he's the God of the universe. He's all of our God. So he has to work it out for everybody to make sure that everybody's destiny is getting fulfilled and everything is in a timely order. So sometimes there will be those signs that things are working out, but we don't necessarily see it. But we just have to hold on to faith long enough to know that it is working out for us. And when this particular thing was not working out for me, I mean, I crashed out. I crashed out for 730 consecutive days. Like, I just could not find peace with this situation. And now I'm starting to realize, like, wait, maybe it wasn't punishment. Like, maybe God wasn't punishing me. Maybe he was redirecting me, or protecting me, or just working things out in a order and preparing me so that I could sustain what it is that I saw. And that makes my heart really full, because I truly felt like a victim at that time. Like, I truly felt like God was against me, that I've done something wrong. What did I do to deserve this? Why me? I feel like an absolute victim. And now that the situation is beginning to be revealed, it's like, yeah, all things will be revealed to you in the perfect time. All things will happen in the perfect time. It's not going to happen before, it's not going to happen after, but there's a perfect time and a perfect season for this to arrive. And it reminds me of this cornfield that I live next to. Yes, y'all, I live in the country, but I live next door to a cornfield. And for some reason, watching the corn grow and be in harvest this season has just really stood out for me, because there's a perfect time for everything. The farmer knows when's the perfect time to harvest that. And just watching the field be tended to, just watching the corn grow, just waiting for the time. Like, I was so anticipating, like, when are they going to pick this corn? It seems ready, it seems ready, it seems ready. But it was no, at the perfect time. The farmer knew the perfect time to harvest the corn. If he would have done it too soon, it wouldn't have been good. If he would have done it too late, it wouldn't have been good. But there's that perfect window and that perfect time for it. And I don't know, everything has just been coming full circle. And that, watching the corn grow, watching them tend to it, and watching and anticipating that time for it to be harvest just really stood out to me this year because it was just so similar to what I'm dealing with in my personal life when it comes to time. And it just proves that when you calm down, when you do live in that state of surrender, then you can see that time can be your friend. It's not punishment. You don't have to have a miserable time while you're waiting. You could just relax and know that what's meant for you cannot miss you. What's meant for you is going to be yours. There ain't nothing that nobody could do about it. It's going to be yours. When you're in that waiting season, you have to stay diligent. Even when it looks like things aren't happening, do the same thing every day. Do what you're supposed to do, because when it's harvest season, when it is your time to shine, you cannot have any mercy. You cannot let your foot off the gas because you put in the work to be there. You stayed diligent. You did what you had to do, and now it's your time to shine. So you're going to have to shine bright, Just let them be blind. Don't dim yourself or anything for anybody. And you feel, well, I can speak for myself, like you even feel worthy of this season. I know how I have fought so hard and stayed the course and try and really was seeking God during that time. Although I was having a very tough time, just still trusting and believing. So now that I'm in this winning or this reaping season, it's like I'm not having mercy for anyone. But I'm going to keep this episode short. The getting my kid back to school and all this other stuff. I just have a lot going on. But I did want to just come on and just share that with you all about timing. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like, follow, leave a review if you're listening from any of the podcast streaming platforms. And until next time, bye.